A year ago, Brazil opened its borders to Haiti in an effort to provide opportunity to its struggling people. Haiti is the poorest country in the Americas, and according to the World Bank, over half its population lives on $1 a day. Unfortunately, Brazil's humanitarian aid has had a less than desired effect and created more of a problem than solution. Many Haitians entered Brazil illegally rather than obtaining a humanitarian visa. In one town, more than 18,000 Haitians have entered since 2010. And as correspondent Stephen Gibbs reports from Sao Paulo, it doesn't stop there. Human traffickers have also gotten involved.
The Haitian capital, Port-au-Prince, in 2004. Haiti, then recovering from political turmoil, at last had something to celebrate. The Brazilian football team, including star Ronaldo, had come to town. How often does a visiting side get a hero's welcome like this? Brazil later defeated Haiti 6-0. Haitians still celebrated. And this was Port-au-Prince last week. Local buses, known as tap-taps, are often painted with a mix of religious symbols and images of usually Brazilian footballers. Haitians have effectively adopted the Brazilian team, partly because it's been a long time since their home side has had international success. Haiti played in a World Cup once here in Germany in 1974. Spirits were lifted when star Emmanuel Sanon scored to give the country a brief lead over Italy. The team, however, later lost 7-0 to Poland and was out of the tournament. But what few people in this country perhaps know is that the forthcoming World Cup in Brazil has been partly made possible thanks to Haitians. Tens of thousands have come to Brazil over the last 4 years, seeking work, often in World Cup infrastructure projects. On Sundays, they sometimes gather in this park in downtown Sao Paulo for a game of football. Fedo is one of the many who's made the long and complicated journey. He used to be a teacher in Haiti. Here, he's a builder. The momentous event, which ultimately brought him to Brazil, took place on the 12th of January 2010. Fedo was standing outside his school when the earthquake struck.
4:53 p.m. I heard something come, like a very big noise. I said, "What is it?" And after a few seconds, I said, "Hey, it's earthquake." I saw the building come down. It was terrible. When I get out to the street, I saw people dying, people crying in the house. They can't get out. Understand? It was not easy to save them because the earthquake like repeated. It was terrible.
In the aftermath of the disaster, many Haitians decided their only option was to leave the country. But where to go? With much of the world in economic crisis, Brazil was seen as an attractive destination. It then had a booming economy, a shortage of manual labour, and a high visibility in Haiti, owing to both its football team and a large contingent of troops with the UN. Fedo says he was approached in the neighbouring Dominican Republic by 2 Brazilians.
When I met them, they said, "It's better for you to come here. Because here in Brazil you can teach, you can understand because you speak languages, you can speak, you can teach. There is tourism here, you will find good job. But when I came here, it's different. Understand? It's different, really different."
At every stage of their journey from Haiti to Brazil, Haitians have stories of middlemen making thousands of dollars. Lucien, who lives in this small room with 2 other people, has no Brazilian visa. A former street seller in Haiti, she left her 2 young children with friends and undertook the journey from her homeland. And did she have to pay people to help her cross the border?
Oui, parfois on m'a coûté $4,000. Parfois arrête en pile, puis m'était enflé, fait 5 jours dans la machine, puis retourner tout bagay, parfois arrête en pile.
Her trip was the common one taken by most Haitians. From Haiti they travelled to the Dominican Republic, then by plane to Panama and Ecuador, and on by land to Peru, passing the city of Madre de Dios and entering Brazil in the state of Acre. It's an extremely risky journey. This group was arrested by the Peruvian authorities in the city of Puerto Maldonado. They were accused of entering illegally into the country, but later freed for humanitarian reasons.
Parce que moi ouais tout ça m'a pas duré là, on pas connait durer, c'est première fois m'a pas durer.
Since 2011, nearly 5,600 immigrants of Haitian origin are known to have arrived in Brazil through Peru and Bolivia, but many more arrive undetected. Last year, this processing camp at the Brazil-Peru border, designed for 300 people, was providing shelter for more than 2,000.
In order to alleviate a looming crisis at its border with Peru, the Brazilian government began offering Haitians near automatic work visas. But that in many ways just shifted the problem, as hundreds every day began arriving here in the financial capital, Sao Paulo.
After a further 1,700-mile bus journey across Brazil, the Haitians' final destination was here, a receiving centre set up by the Catholic Church in the city centre. It was soon overwhelmed.
Diria que a política brasileira neste momento se limitou a fazer trabalho cartorial, ou seja, entregar vistos, controlar as entradas, dar vistos humanitários, mas não se preocupou no que vem depois.
The problem of what to do with so many immigrants who had all been promised work landed on the desk of this man, the superintendent of Sao Paulo's Ministry of Work. He admits that initially there was complete confusion.
Houve total descoordenação entre o governo federal, o governo estadual e o governo municipal. Os 3 governos se batiam um contra os outros, não é? E foi uma questão de emergência. Não é? Teve dias que chegou aqui 400, 500 haitianos, é muita gente numa semana. E as pessoas, os governos realmente não estavam preparados, então houve uma descoordenação.
But what has been in part a crisis has also been an opportunity for Brazil. Many of the Haitians have arrived at precisely the time when the country urgently needs additional workers to complete major infrastructure projects, some for the World Cup. For much of the last 2 years, almost all of those projects have been way behind schedule.
A questão haitiana tem sido muito publicada, muita televisão. E eu sinto que as pessoas dizem, legal que nós estamos ajudando os haitianos, isso é muito bom. Mas há também necessidades. Não é? Por exemplo, você tem falta de mão de obra na construção civil, aqui em São Paulo. Em algumas coisas do serviço, tem falta de mão de obra. Não é? Para trabalho na construção civil, somente o trabalho mais pesado, você não tem mão de obra nacional brasileira. Então, eles são aceitos para trabalhar na construção civil e outras áreas em que o trabalho é não qualificado. Trabalho não qualificado, eles são aceitos.
Downstairs in the work ministry, there's a steady queue, largely made up of Haitians awaiting work permits. Around 350 are processed every week. For many, this has made the long and expensive journey from their home country worthwhile. Fedo has mixed feelings. He feels he should be using his skills as a teacher, not working as a builder. His wages are only just enough to cover the rent for his small shared apartment in the city. He in fact pays that rent to squatters who occupied the building last year. His job for the last few months has been constructing the new Terminal 3 at Sao Paulo's International Airport. He believes he may know another reason why Haitians can find work relatively easily in Brazil. Do you think the Haitians are better workers than the Brazilians?
Oh yes, 75% I can say. There are some too, they are good workers like Haitian, but not many.
His friend Hernaldo, a Haitian who works on the long-delayed extension to this city's metro, says that being hard-working can sometimes be problematic in this notoriously laid-back country. A few weeks before the World Cup, Sao Paulo's brand new Terminal 3 finally opened. Fedo may have never really wanted to work in construction, but this, nevertheless, is a proud moment.
The airport is here, we receive people, and it's open now for the world. It's an international airport.
So does he want to go home?
I live here. I can say I am Haitian Brazilian. I was a tourist, now I am not.
Like hundreds of thousands of Haitians, Fedo was forced by a natural disaster to find a new home. It has been a long journey, but it may well have ended here in Brazil.
In some Brazilian states, Haitians are still entering the country at a rate of 30 or more a day.